Welcome back to From the South. We are going live because President Nicolas Maduro, President of Venezuela, is arriving in Kazan. We are watching live images as the presidential plane of Conviasa, the Venezuelan airline, is arriving at Kazan, as President Maduro will be participating in the ongoing BRICS Summit that is taking place in the city, that is bringing together over 22 heads of states and government that will participate in this BRICS Summit 2024, hosted by Russia, that is the current chairman of the organization, and over 30 nations have gathered here for this paramount summit, and especially in this current context that the world is experiencing, to continue fostering, to continue bringing forward the creation of a more fair, more cooperative, multipolar world in order to help develop all the emerging companies, emerging countries, and emerging economy markets. Different topics are key on this agenda of this 2024 BRICS Summit, as is the consolidation of trade in national currency through and the increase in investment in developing countries to strengthen infrastructures of development and economic activities through the new development bank, which is currently headed by Dilma Rousseff. Dilma Rousseff, who held bilateral meeting with President Putin as the host earlier this day, where a report was given of how they have increased investment in member and partner countries to continue consolidating infrastructure and cooperation between the nations. Also, this year has a particular change from previous summits, which is the growth, the expansion of the BRICS format, which earlier they had the addition, the inclusion of Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Iran, the Emirates, and Ethiopia, and many other nations have expressed their willingness and readiness to join. And this is going to be on the agenda, the way to increase, to expand the BRICS through something that has been proposed by the Russian authorities, which is the partner state status, to continue consolidating bilateral relationships and cooperation throughout the global south, mainly and beyond. As we were saying, these are live images we are getting from the airport at Kazan, as President of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela is arriving to take part in this important summit. The participants will also be addressing on this summit the current crisis in the Middle East after the escalating aggressions of the Israeli regime against the peoples of Palestine, Lebanon, and Syria. They're going to be debating on how to put an end, how to better stop the ongoing genocide being committed in Palestine, and how to make sure that the region regains its stability and peace so that the peoples of the region can prosper. Already in Kazan is a Venezuelan delegation headed by the Executive Vice President of the nation, Delcy Rodriguez, who is accompanied by high members of the communication sector, especially the Minister of Communication of Venezuela, that earlier today they signed a cooperation, a memorandum of agreement, memorandum of understanding for the cooperation between the Venezuelan News, VTV, and BRICS TV to continue consolidating the relationship of friendship and cooperation in order to bring the reality of the peoples of the South to the world. Live images we're getting here at the airport in Kazan. At any moment, the Bolivarian President Nicolas Maduro should be exiting the plane and coming down the stairs, and from there he will be attending the BRICS Summit, taking part in all the different activities at this important BRICS 2024 Summit being held in this Russian city of Kazan. So here we have the live images at the airport of Kazan. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has officially arrived at the airport. He's up the stairs greeting the people that have come to receive him. Here the authorities have come to receive him. He's accompanied by his wife, the first combatant of Venezuela. And as we have been saying, the Venezuelan head of state will be carrying out an important agenda to continue strengthening the ties of brotherhood, relationship, and cooperation between the countries participating in this BRICS Summit and as a whole, with the bloc itself. In numerous occasions now, the Venezuelan president has expressed the will of Venezuela to also join this group, to be part of the BRICS family. The president of Venezuela is being greeted by the Russian authorities that have come here to this airport in Kazan to receive him for the official welcome ceremony, as they just arrived and will be taking part in the different plans meetings of this BRICS Summit, as the group continues to foster cooperation in order to face the Western hegemonic powers that have dominated the world for so many decades now. And with this plan, this agenda of the BRICS, the idea is clear: to stop being a unipolar world and to bring back the idea of multilateralism, of true multilateralism, where the peoples of the world can work as one and cooperate to face the challenges that humanity is today facing in different fields, not only in the economic field, but also in terms of fighting climate change, of bringing security and stability to the world in general. This is the images we have on our screen live from Kazan. President Nicolas Maduro has just arrived to take part in the BRICS Summit, BRICS 2024 Summit, that is being held here, hosted by Russia as the chairman of the BRICS Summit this year. So it is expected that the Venezuelan president will be taking part in different meetings alongside his counterparts that are present here. Over 36 countries have come here, and over 22 of them are represented at the highest level by heads of states and government, and the rest through their foreign ministers. We continue to see the live images as the president of Venezuela is being greeted by the Russian authorities that are present here at the airport. It seems that they are giving him to taste a very likely traditional dish from this area of Russia, and it seems to be very good. It seems to show his approval. It seems to be a very good dish of traditional culture. Russia is a very rich in culture, and different traditions, different peoples are part of the Russian Federation. Let's see if we can have some statements of the president. Let's listen.
Greetings. From my deepest love of brotherhood, from the diplomacy of peace of Venezuela, to all the people of Russia, we have arriving here to a historical area with several centuries of civilization that have lived through different stages. This area of Kazan and its capital Kazan. We are arriving here to this historical summit. It is the first time that a president of Venezuela attends to a head of state's summit of BRICS. This is a historical time of a president of Venezuela to attend to a summit. We have been participating at the ministerial areas, ministers of economy, education. We are part of the BRICS, of this BRICS group, which is part of the multipolar world, and we come here to share the historical experience of the Venezuelan people. We share it here we come here to share the hope of a world without hegemony, without imperialism, of a world in which the emerging powers can share with the countries that from the global south aspire to development, to prosperity. So the BRICS have become the epicenter of multipolarity. The BRICS are the epicenter of geopolitical and the hope, and the BRICS are the hope of the global south that are willing to develop development, and we take the flag of freedom, and we hope to have access to a different economy set apart from blackmails, from hegemony. So an economy that be handled with free trade, with shared investment, with new technology. So we are part of this world, of this new world of the BRICS. President, can you say? Well, there are many questions. You just said you received a letter by Putin. This has generated expectations. What expectations have you brought to this summit? The biggest expectation is to contribute to the construction of a new world. There's another America, an America's of peace, of women and men that aspire to freedom. There is an America's not, which is not colonialist. It is our America's, and so we said that we are ready to build up a new world. President, can you say Russia and Venezuela are oil-producing countries that are right now at the BRICS, and so this will consolidate Venezuela as oil power. Well, I was thinking about Commander Chavez when I was accompanying him at the OPEC Summit at the different organizations, and we always thought about the possibility that we will be grouped in a big cooperation project. The countries that have the largest oil reserves: Russia, Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Venezuela. And so in this space, the axis of the new world, we have met together. So the four largest oil countries are here, and so Venezuela will offer its part from an economic project of autonomy, of endogenous development, from an economic project that demands a high level of investment. So we come here to hold talks, and so the executive vice president came here earlier to offer a package of proposals to the BRICS Plus countries. So are you planning to meet with some BRICS countries? Could you? Well, there are lots of affairs. I hope to talk to President Putin, and so we have just arriving. What time is it? And Venezuela, it's 3 p.m. Greetings to the Venezuelan people and to the American people, and we come here to defend and bring the truth and the free voice of Venezuelan people, which today stands victorious. So today it is a significant breakthrough to this new geopolitical order. This has
the statements of President Nicolas Maduro as he's just arrived at Kazan airport to take part in this BRICS Summit. As President Maduro was saying, Venezuela has come here to bring their proposals, their experience, and to be part of this machinery that is trying to engineer the new multipolar world, a world that is stronger through cooperation and fair trade market. We were just seeing those images live at Kazan. President Maduro is in Kazan. He's going to be present for the BRICS 2024 Summit as member nations and partners and friends of the BRICS groups are all gathering, coming together to bring forward this real multipolar world, a more fair world that is more inclusive and full of cooperation. With this, we're going to have to put an end to this news brief. You can find these and many other stories on our website, telesurenglish.net. You can also join us on social media, Facebook, X, Instagram,